Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be making a cook with me Dominican food, and I'm basically gonna make Dominican style shrimp and coconut. I'm also gonna make tostones, which is fried plantains. So let's just get started. So I'm gonna be using quite a few ingredients today. Here I have my Sazon de color, culantro y achiote for color. I have some salt, a Maggi cube, oregano, black pepper. I have garlic, tomato sauce, coconut milk, and here I have a white onion. We have our 2 plátanos that we're gonna fry up, and I have some red pepper, some green pepper, fresh parsley, and fresh cilantro. I'm going to be cooking 1 bag of large raw shrimp, and I have to defrost these real quick. First, I'm removing the tail and the legs of the shrimp, and I'm also making sure that there's no leftover feces on the tail of the shrimp. And this process went by pretty quickly because this shrimp wasn't really that dirty. I'm gonna rinse off my shrimp with a little bit of water and distilled vinegar to make sure that it's super clean. I'm gonna cut a lemon in half and squeeze a little bit of its juice to leave it in my shrimp. I'm seasoning my shrimp very simple, just a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, and I'm also gonna take some oregano and grind it in between my hands. I'm gonna give this a little stir, and you can choose to season your shrimp however you want. You could also add adobo seasoning if you want, but I'm just gonna keep it real simple today. I'm chopping up my fresh vegetables, just 2 pieces of parsley, 2 pieces of cilantro, some red pepper, green peppers, and half of a white onion. I'm placing down my pan with a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna let this heat up and stir fry my shrimp. I don't want to overcook my shrimp because then they'll come out way too chewy, so I'm just going to take them out in like 5 minutes when they're nice and pink. Once again, I'm going to put down a little bit of olive oil and add my garlic and let this garlic cook just a little bit. I'm putting down my fresh vegetables, my white onion, red peppers, green peppers, parsley, and cilantro. I'm adding a little bit of my tomato sauce, and I'm just gonna stir it. Sprinkling some of that culantro y achiote seasoning and adding half of my Maggi cube. Here I'm adding a little more of that tomato sauce dissolved in water. And now I'm gonna add some of my coconut milk. Just a teeny bit more. Now that my sauce is simmering, I'm adding in my shrimp, mixing it in well so that the flavors combine. I'm just gonna leave my shrimp here to chill a little bit until the sauce thickens. And while I do this, I'm gonna pour in some oil so that we could fry up our plantains. To peel my plátano, I cut off the top and the bottom, then I make a slit on the side and I peel it off just like that. Now I'm gonna cut my plátanos into 1-inch pieces. I'm pouring some water into a bowl and I'm gonna add some salt and make sure that it dissolves completely into the water. This is what I'm gonna use to dip my plátanos before I put it in the oil for the second time. My oil is hot, so I'm gonna add in my plátanos. I'm going to remove my plantains when they're nice and brown. To squish my plantains flat, I'm using the bottom of my pilon, which is what I use to mash garlic. Some people are fancy and they have their own tostón masher, but I've actually never owned one of those and this works just as well. Now we're just gonna do the second bath and dip this in the salt water solution for literally just 1 second. For this second batch, it's important that the oil is really hot because if it's too cool, this water plantain is gonna soak up all that oil and it's gonna come out super greasy. But then again, if the oil is way too hot, it's gonna splash up and you can burn yourself. So you wanna really dip a plátano and test it to see if it's the right temperature. I'm taking out my plátano when it's really nice and brown. But at this stage I should call it a frito because it's no longer a plantain. I think that after you mash it and you put it in that second time, it officially becomes a frito or a tostón, whatever you want to call it. So I finished cooking. This is how it's looking. Here I have my shrimp and here I have my tostones and I'm about to try it. The lighting is really different because it's literally nighttime. So I have like my ring light on. I hope it looks good. What do you think about these plátanos? Are they good? Sometimes it's like a gamble with plantains because like you buy some and then you make them the same way and they're like delicious. But then there's other days where the plantain is like a little dry or like off inside. And I think this is what's happening with these. But it's still pretty good. This is good because I put like a lot of fresh parsley on this and you could really taste it and it tastes really good and really fresh. So that's gonna be the end of my video. I hope that you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!